morning, everyone. Rose Thorne here. How is everybody today? So today I am doing a react to Foodie Beauty's live stream called General Beezing. I looked through the entire live stream and I only found a couple of small points of interest. So we're going to cover those couple of points of interest and then move on to the comments section. But before we get into the live stream itself in the comments section, I wanted to show you guys something interesting, something that interested me last night to the point where I did some research. Now, we all know that Foodie Beauty has been lying about her weight for the longest. And recently, Foodie Beauty got on her scale and she actually broke the scale. I was curious about what scale she had. I wanted to know what brand it was, what model, the weight limit on the scale, because some bathroom scales only go up to 300 pounds and some of them go up even higher. Nobody's really sure what Chantal's weight actually is, but I have said many times I think she's in the 500-pound range. So she got on her scale yesterday and she broke it. And there could be a couple of reasons for that. That it could be because she's way over the weight limit for that scale and it just couldn't take the pressure. Or, and I think this is kind of the stronger theory of the two, she was trying to make the weight less than what it is. So she was standing on one foot on the scale. And by doing so, she was putting more weight and more pressure on the scale than it could handle, so it could crack. So I didn't know what scale Foodie was using because she never shows the doggone thing. She's always standing on the scale way away from the camera, so you can't see what it looks like, what brand it is. So I did some digging around to see if perhaps in the past she has shown the scale, because I wanted to know what brand it was and all of that stuff. Well, I got a bonus out of it that I didn't quite expect. So let me just show you guys my second screen, because I got some screenshots for y'all. Okay, so there's Chantal's stream. We're not going to cover that right now. All right, so this is a picture of the scale that Chantal had about a year or 2 years ago. I think this was maybe one of the last few times that she actually showed the scale. I saw this picture and I immediately went running around all over the internet looking for a picture that looked like this scale. I looked for every talking scale there is. I looked for a picture that looked like this. I was trying to compare voices from the scales to see if it would match the one that's on this scale. Couldn't really find anything. I don't know if this scale is kind of like a cheap knockoff or something, but I could not find this particular brand of scale. But here's the bonus. What's this? Look at the number. That was the added bonus that I did not expect. So this picture comes from a live stream that the YouTube Underground did. I will give full credit to Yaba. She did a live stream where she was reviewing one of Chantal's live streams. And Chantal was doing her weigh-in, and the scale says 362 pounds. And that was in 2020. So 2 years ago, Chantal weighed 362 pounds. Anybody still think that she's 340, 350? So she was 362 pounds 2 years ago. And it's been 2 years of her nonstop eating and binging. How in the world could she be under 400 pounds? How is that even possible? Again, to give full credit to Yaba, because I took this screenshot off of her live stream. This was the live stream. This live stream was in 2020. There's the number again, just so everybody's clear, like she's showing it on her screen. That was 2 years ago. And Chantal's been going crazy, eating the Nashies, eating the Jamaican patties, drinking the Starbucks drinks. I mean, just going absolutely wild. How in the world could she be under 400 pounds? The way she's been eating between 5, 7, 10,000 calories a day. That means girlfriend's putting on between 1 to 2 pounds every single day. If you do the math on that, that means she's putting on between 30 to 60 pounds a month. Now, I do acknowledge that Chantal did go through a period where she was heavy on the cola, and she said she lost about 70 pounds. Unfortunately, because Chantal's a liar, we don't know if that's true. She could have lost about 50 pounds. You could tell she was losing weight because you could see more of the cheekbones, a little bit of the ears, but then she gained that weight back and more. But at that time, 2 years ago, she was 362 pounds. Here's another screenshot from that same video that Yaba reviewed. This is what Chantal looked like then. So 362 pounds, she looks like this. All right, and let's go back. This is what she used to look like. This is what she looks like now. Are you still trying to hold on to that lie, Chantal, that you're 340 pounds? Because ain't nobody believing it. Ain't nobody believing it. Girl, you cracked your scale. Who does that? What were you doing to that scale that you cracked it? You're lucky you did not slice your foot open because it was a glass scale. But you cracked your own bathroom scale. If I were you, I would take that as a sign to change your habits, dear. You can't go much further with that eating, binging nonsense. So let's get on to the actual stream itself. Like I said, there's a couple of points of interest that I wanted to cover. So the first one has to do with her declined debit card. That's right. Miss Chantal, who in Cuba was like, oh, I've got so much money. And she recently took out a payday loan because at the time she was taking out the loan, I guess she didn't have much money. She took out the payday loan before payday. Here she is at Starbucks, just ordering a drink, which is less than 10 bucks, and her card gets declined. Watch.
I'll just get one Nashi and the diet soda. And, you know, another wine.
And you know what blows my mind? I'm an adult. I am an adult female. Okay, I'm an adult. If you're an adult, you know how much money you got. You know, only people that are extremely wealthy, they just don't really care so much about money because they don't have to worry about getting next to the zero number in their bank account. But most normal people, like normal, regular working people, we pretty much know or average how much money we have in the bank at any given time. So Chantal should know how much money she has in the bank or whatever she's got on her card. I mean, she does have her phone. She can always check the balance of what's going on with her cards or card. So this situation of going to Starbucks and her card getting declined, why? You're an adult and you don't know how much money you have or how much you can spend or what your balance is on your debit card? Please.
First, I'm going to Frappuccino. That's why it took so long. You got to pile up the whipped cream. Hello. Debbie? cannot process didn't go through. It's like cannot process. I don't know if the tap. Uh,
That is crazy. This woman makes 10 to 20 grand or more a month from YouTube, and she's going through a Starbucks and an order for less than $6 won't process. Embarrassing. So embarrassing. Girl, you need someone to manage your money. If you're making that much a month and before payday you're down to like $5 or $6 in the bank or something, and you can't even get a simple Starbucks drink, yeah, you need someone to take over your money matters because you don't know how to do it right. I make far less than you, Chantal, and I manage my money. I know how much I have. And when I get low on money, I'm not out there buying nonsense that I don't need. If I have less than 20 bucks in the bank, I'm not going to go run into Starbucks and get a nasty. Oh no, we're saving that money. I'm not getting overdraft fees and all that nonsense. But you're 38 years old and you haven't got it figured out yet. You're running around spending every last cent on a nashi and Starbucks. You're ridiculous.
yeah.
You know, Chantal strikes me as that type that she probably runs around opening up credit cards, runs up the balance, and then lets it go into debt. She has no intention of paying off the balance. She just runs it all the way up, and then debt collectors are probably chasing her left and right.
Oh, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Wait a minute here. It's fun. I don't. Sometimes I don't check my bank account, and I just go out and buy something, and I'm like, what? Oh yeah, this card probably has more money. All right.
You know, she's trying to flaunt like she has so much money that she doesn't have to check her bank account. Oh, I got so much money. Why bother checking what you spend? I'll tell you why you bother, because that's the adult thing to do. You know, by being self-aware of how much you have versus what you're spending and what you're spending it on, you're creating a sense of responsible self-awareness. But in a roundabout way, she's trying to do like that bragging thing, humble bragging. Oh, I've got so much money. I don't have to be careful. I'm just so used to having it there. Well, obviously you don't have enough because you're trying to run through Starbucks and you can even pay for a drink. Dummy.
I feel bad. I gotta get a venti. I paid for a grande. This is a fucking Trenti. Grande in a venti cup. How much did I pay for this? 5 something? No, I feel bad. That's cheap. Hello, baby. Indian Natter. Indian Natter.
Yeah, no, and this is the same person. She's always looking for ways to scam. I mean, we've seen her order from Uber Eats, and then she'll eat half the food and then dare to ask for a refund. She's that type. Always looking for ways to scam the system, trying to get things for free or get out of paying. This woman that makes 10 to 20 grand a month, always looking for ways to scam people. She likes to boast about having money, but at the same time she has this money, looking for ways to scam people out of the money they deserve for goods and services rendered. Anyway, so that's the first part. So let's move on to the second one. This has to do with something that I've been telling people for the longest. Remember what I said about I feel that Chantal, Natter, Pete's, and Dee Dee, they're all in the same boat together for the same reason, for profit. Well, she pretty much confirms it here. She pretty much says it. That they all working together. Like they're all just working together to make money. You know, she has a little Freudian slip. But she was just saying what I already knew. That she's the boss of the Chantal show, and everybody else are just employees, and they're all working together to keep up this drama for the sake of a great big fat paycheck that they all share. So just listen in on this crap.
No kicking or biting or eye poking. Regular fight, anything goes. Exactly. Like regular fighting, no gloves. No, you're not really fighting them. I need another fucking nashi.
Oh, that's another thing. She swore yesterday that the 2 nasties she got were her last. Surprise, they're not her last. In this video, she orders more nasties. Anybody shocked? Because I'm not. I knew she wasn't going to quit. She's crazy over those sandwiches to the point where she actually tweeted Burger King asking, when are you going to bring the nasties back? Who does that? Who who's so crazy about a fast food sandwich that they will tweet the company and say, when are you going to bring them back? But she did. She actually tweeted Burger King saying, when are you going to bring the nasties back? And when's the release date? You know what Burger King had to say to her? Somebody's eager. But no, she's not quitting the nasties. She's not. She got 2 in this live stream and she ate them. And don't worry, I zipped through that footage. I'm not watching her eat today. I'm not in the mood. I know you guys are not in the mood. But let's go back to what she's about to say here, because that's important.
Does she want you, electrify and haunt you? I don't feel like singing love songs anymore. I don't feel in love anymore. I seriously don't. I listened to It's Water Weight a couple more times. Turned on his channel, heard him coughing, and I'm good. I'm fucking good.
Sure.
No, I'm good.
Y'all don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. She says this now. We got another 3 days before payday for YouTubers. She'll be right back over there on payday. She was talking about getting an apartment for Natter. Right now, he's not seeing Chantal because she's dead broke. He don't want nothing to do with her if she ain't got nothing to offer. If she's not got the money and the groceries and the drugs, he don't want to bother with her. So he's going to keep her at arm's length for another few days until she gets paid. On the 23rd, when she gets paid, she's going to get that phone call and she's going to run over there. And we might not see her for a couple of days because that's what usually happens. She gets paid and then he's in a hurry to get all the money and goods out of Chantal that he can before she goes crazy, spending the money on nashies and edibles and Starbucks and all that crap. But right now she's broke, so he's like, go away and don't come over until you get paid. So right now she's toting this, I'm done, I'm good. But once he makes that phone call and says, I love you, she'll be back over there. She says she's going to go apartment hunting. That might actually happen. I think they might have been talking behind the scenes about that, but she can't do anything while she's broke. She's got to wait till she gets paid again.
I still don't want anything bad to happen to him or anyone involved, and I'm like that type of person. I know you think I'm an awful person, but for me personally, excuse me.
Rose, sorry guys.
I have boundaries now, and I know you didn't believe that, but when I said that, I mean it. When I said I have boundaries now, I mean it. So,
Pay attention, y'all. It's coming up.
this girl know what it is? Nashies are back. And look, I'm not freaking out. I have Nashies now to comfort me. No, but honestly, I feel a lot less stressed out, a lot happier when I'm not worrying about. Like I do want I just want everyone to be happy, and I don't want YouTube to be like so dramatic and negative and stressful. Like I wish all of us could all work together to like make money, like not make money, but like come up with some kind of, yeah, like not YouTube pyramid scheme, but like some kind of like entertaining network of like something where we get a bunch of YouTubers together.
She just confirmed it. Bam. There it is. There it is, y'all. What I say. What I say. What did I tell all of you? I've been telling you guys the longest. Her, Natter, Dee Dee, and Pete's, they're all in it together. Chantal's the boss. They are the employees. Chantal has gone on record saying that she's always wanted to be on a reality show. But when she found out how much reality shows pay, she goes, that's not enough money. So she made her own version of a reality show. That way she makes 100% of the money and she makes up 100% of the rules, and it's all on her time schedule. She's the main character. Dee Dee's the main character. Natter's a main character. Peach is a walk-on character sometimes, but there are the main cast. And then other people are brought in periodically to add a little spice. It's the Chantal show. And she's the one providing the plots, providing the drama, keeping it all going. She's the employer. I'm sure her and Natter and Dee Dee's have sit-downs where they discuss what drama they're going to do this week. But she just confirmed what I've been telling y'all. I want us all to get together and make money. Yeah, you've been doing that already, Chantal. The whole situation between you and Dee Dee and Natter, back and forth, ping pong, ping pong. That's why you guys have been doing it. Money. Making money on YouTube. Sitting down and trying to figure out, how can I get money out of people this week? What drama can I introduce? What new topics can I bring up that people aren't used to? What dramatic, toxic topics can I think of? Thing is, I think you've already brought every toxic topic, every severe topic you could think of, to the point where you've run out of ideas. So you fall back to talking about Natter, because at least when you talk about Natter, that benefits the both of you. People are tuned into your channel, and because you're talking about him, they tune into his channel. So money is made for both. You're keeping him relevant. And since you're involved with him, that's your way of protecting your man so that he makes a little money too, because without your exposure, without you promoting him on YouTube, he wouldn't have the subscribers that he does. Would he? No, ma'am. He wouldn't have all those subscribers. Nobody would care about Natter. His cooking is trash. It's trash. He sucks at it. His cooking is awful. He's nowhere close to being a decent chef. His camera angles are all wrong. He doesn't explain things to the camera. He doesn't cook anything that looks decent. His plating is stupid. Everything has that 70s bad plating starfish design. Everything is always all chopped up. I mean, who taught him to cook like that? He says he's a chef. Who taught him to cook like that? Whoever that person is, fire them. They suck. You know? Who would pay attention to Natter if it weren't because of your name, Chantal? Nobody. Nobody. And he knows that. And that's why he's not just focused on getting the money from you, but he has you doing the editing because he's too lazy to learn how to do editing. He's too lazy to go to other cooking channels and take some notes and apply some of the things that he's learned. But you branched out a while ago. You decided, why just make money on my channel? I can give Natter a channel and I can go over there and get more exposure, and I can help Pete on his channel, and that's some money for me. I get a kickback from that. And then let's go on OnlyFans and Patreon and Twitch. Just open up a whole bunch of other channels. The Beezin Show. You have expanded, ma'am. And that would be a smart thing if you put the work behind all those channels, but you don't. You just set up the pay portion of those channels. People start paying, and then you don't do anything. And that's what separates you, being a grifter, from somebody who might be an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, they do branch out, but they work on each thing they branch out to. You're just a straight scammer grifter, and you suck for that.
The same, same level of fame or whatever. For me, obviously, I have more subscribers than a lot of people I watch and deal with. I don't care about that. I really don't care.
A little note about that. Something everybody should know. So Chantal's channel says she has 90 plus K subscribers, right? For anybody who's interested, something you should know about subscriber numbers. So if you go to a YouTube page and it says, say, 70K subscribers, it doesn't mean that each and every one are active accounts. You might just have a bunch of dead accounts that are still subscribed to you. Chantal has 90K subscribers, but notice when she live streams, she gets maybe 1,000 people viewing her videos, viewing her live streams at a time. That's not good numbers. If you have 90K subscribers and when you do a live stream, you've got maybe 500, 700 people watching you, that means you've had a channel for a long time, and a lot of your sub number comes from dead accounts. So Chantal, if you took away the dead accounts, your channel would not be that big. It's just that big because YouTube hasn't fixed it yet to where it's active subscribers only.
About like becoming famous. I just want to have fun. So like, I think it would be cool to get like a bunch of smaller YouTubers, maybe even, medium-sized channels or whatever, smaller channels, but established channels like that are in the YouTube partner program. And
who the hell would work with you? Seriously, you've got a bad reputation. You've got a bad attitude. Who the hell would work with you? I mean, I know some people get on YouTube and they're like, oh, she's got a big channel and she's got a big audience. And maybe if I talk to her, she can promote me on her channel and that would benefit my channel. That would be a bad idea for any smaller YouTuber that are trying to build up their channel and build up their audience. Because when you are a YouTuber, when you're doing your content, whatever it might be, you are showing the audience who you are as a person, and you are establishing your brand. It's just like any other company that sells something. You are creating a company, you're putting out a product, you're establishing a brand, and you want the public to know what that brand stands for. And most companies are all about honesty, integrity, reliability, good service, good customer service, good reputation. Anybody that's on YouTube that's trying to establish a brand, establish a good rapport with people, a good reputation, would stay far away from you. Even though you've got some big numbers, as far as subscribers, that's all you got. You don't have a good reputation. Yours sucks. Your reputation sucks. Your image sucks. You are not marketable. You are not likable, to the point where when somebody sponsored you, Coldest Water Bottle, they fired you twice. You have the honor of being fired from Coldest Water Bottle twice. And when you got fired twice, rather than do the smart thing and walk away with grace and say nothing, which is what you should have done. You made a point to get on your YouTube channel and say horrible things about Coldest Water Bottle, and that it is a very large, well-known company. Even if you didn't like the product, you should have kept your mouth shut, because companies talk. Word gets around. And if you go after a big company like that, do you think other companies want to work with you? No. I know smaller YouTubers, they have more sponsorships than you do, Chantal. And they've got smaller sub numbers. But because they have a good brand, they have a good image, they have a good reputation, they've got an engaging audience, the companies feel very comfortable sponsoring them. And they do quite well with their sponsorships. You, not so much. Ain't nobody knocking on your door. Ain't nobody begging you to, you know, promote their products or their services. Who's going to come to you if you're on camera burping and farting and talking about defecation and showing your body off and acting disgusting? Nobody will. Nobody will. Nobody. With the numbers you have on YouTube, you should have all kinds of sponsorships. And those sponsorships alone could have been profitable because of your image, because you pride yourself on being a train wreck. You continuously screw yourself out of so much money by embracing being not just the bad guy, but the disgusting guy. You know what I mean? You did that to yourself. But any YouTuber thinking of hooking up with Chantal, you're looking at her channel and going, oh God, she's a big channel. I should just hook up with Chantal and be her friend and you know, she'll help me out. No, 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 no. Stay away from her. Stay away from her. She is poison. It's better to have a small channel and grow it the right way and have a good reputation than to try to jump ahead of the class, jump to the front of the line by getting a boost from a big channel with a bad rep. Because once you become linked with that person, it's hard to break away from it and say, no, that's not me. That's not who I am. I'm not that way. Trust me on this one. Grow slow and do it the right way, because trying to leapfrog off of somebody else's sub numbers and they get a bad image, it can be quite expensive on a lot of levels.
I don't know, maybe like organize something. I don't know. The Monty and Roman and Natter boxing thing is perfect because we all live in the same province. So it wouldn't be like a big deal. We could rent like a boxing ring at a gym and that would be so fucking fun. We could sell tickets. We could make it like an event and sell tickets. We'd have to hype it up. Because no offense, Roman, no one knows who the fuck you are. Oh, well, people might know. Okay, this might bother you, Roman, but we might have to say Chantal's exes fight in the ring.
But he was never your ex, though. Roman was never your ex. Oh, let me wait. So wait, you're trying to come up with something that's clickbait. You know, you're trying to come up with something that sounds like clickbait. Oh, her exes fight in the ring. You know what? Chantal would use that title just because that's a fantasy of hers. Two guys fighting over her. But Roman was never an ex. He never dated Chantal, never wanted to. But that would be her fantasy, having two guys fight over her. Ugh, disgusting.
Because you're not my ex, but I did meet you on a dating site, right? And we did make out. Just fucking admit it. Just
No, he didn't. Ew.
You know?
Gross.
Admit it.
Why is he going to admit to something he never did? You want him to say that because that's for your ego. You want to be able to say, oh, all these guys want me. I'm so wanted. I am just so desirable by so many people. Girl, if you were desirable, what the F are you doing with Natter? Seriously. A woman who's chased by throngs of men would not be with that thing, that cockroach of a man. If you had your choice of men across the world, why would you be with Natter? He ain't all that. He ain't even half that. Sorry excuse of a man he is. Why would you choose that? Why would you pay for that? Get back to reality.
Who else? What other exes could fight for me?
No.
Roman, like,
who would want to fight for you? What would they be fighting for? What's so great about you that people would fight over you? BB was smart. He got out. He got out while he could. You're smart, BB.
Like, we're not going to fight for Chantal, so if you want something else. All right, you guys will fight for BBJ.
I'd fight for BBJ. I would fight tooth and nail. If the prize was I could take BBJ home and take care of her, I would fight. I would. For that, I would fight. For her health, to give her a good life, I'd fight for that.
For the affection of BBJ. Who else would I like to see fight? I want to box Charlie Gold. She would kick my fucking ass.
She would. Girl, you wouldn't last 5 minutes with Charlie. She would flatten you. She'd wipe the floor with you.
Worse. No, I'm not. You know what? I'm crazy. I can fight. No, I'm gonna get strong.
Girl, you can't even walk up a set of stairs without huffing and puffing. You think you can make it in a fight? Come on now. You got short arms. You could barely move. You wouldn't last in a fight. I'm 134 pounds, dear. I'm not. I'm less than half your size. I could kick your ass. I could. By the way, something you should know about me. I studied Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You wouldn't last.
Who else do I want to beat up? Cannibal Beauty. Oh, the Beezers versus the Queen Beezer. There's so many things we can do. Excuse me.
Okay, enough of this grossness. We'll go into the comments section. We're done here. All right. What do the people say? I want to hear from the people. Lime Yellow says, did the Starbucks cashier give her a free drink because her card didn't have $5.95 on it? Or could they not process her card? She was able to pay for her nasty sandwich afterwards. Yeah, isn't that funny? That's weird, isn't it? That she went to Starbucks and she was acting like, oh, I don't have enough money. But then directly after that, she went to go get a nashi, and a nashi is more expensive. I smell a scam. I smell a scam. How can you have enough money to pay for a nashi that's more expensive than a Starbucks drink? Scammer. Grifter. Grifter. Miss Power says, as an avid coffee drinker, it pains me to hear you call those drinks coffee. They're not coffee, they're dessert in a cup, okay? Glad that's been established. Yeah, coffee is coffee. Coffee is just, you know, the coffee grounds with water and maybe a little bit of sugar and cream. That's a coffee. What she gets is the milk and the cream and all this other stuff and then the pumps of syrup. That's basically a milkshake. A high-calorie milkshake. It's not coffee. It's like maybe a little bit of coffee flavoring, but that's it. Tennessee Yaya says she doesn't hang with liars, but she's been with one for over a year. Let's get it straight, y'all. She's been hanging with liars, and she is one herself. That's why she gets along with Natter so well. She's in good company. They are peas in a pod, those two. They understand each other perfectly on that level. Every other level, not so much. But that level, they get along and they click because they're exactly the same. They're all about scamming people, grifting people, manipulating people's emotions. On that level, they get along. Zuper says, so 100% her master wants her to go live and doesn't want her taking all the viewers because he's such a puny little insecure boy. Yeah, her and Natter, they flip-flop between the lives. Oh, you go live and then I go live. And she's like, I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want to say anything to hurt his feelings. It's statements like that to just tell everybody she's not done with him, because if she were done, she would not care about his feelings. She wouldn't care if he wants to go live. She would go, I'm going to go live. Screw you. I'm going to make my money. Do what you want to do over there. But if she's being considerate of Natter, they're a thing, and they're going to be a thing. Situation type deal says, Chantal, Natter is not a private person. That was his excuse because he didn't want it to be known that you two were an item. I'm not excusing how Dee Dee entered the scene, but there was a notable difference between you and Dee Dee. I told y'all, he's a grifter. When you are a player, when you're a scammer, when you're a grifter, you don't want to claim anybody, especially if you're someone and you're playing people in romantic, emotional situations. For that game to work, to continue the game, you have to appear like you're available, and there might be a chance of your target getting a chance with you to be in a relationship. If you claim somebody, you can't throw that game around. So he's not going to claim Chantal, especially since she is on YouTube. She's highly visible. Dee Dee's kind of in the background. He can throw game more with Dee Dee because she's in the background. Chantal's way out there. So because she's way out there and she's talking way too much, he can't claim her. I can't believe that Chantal can't see that. Her exposing him to YouTube, talking about him, being so visible, that's why he won't claim her. You know, because there's too much exposure there. Oh, it looks like Foodie Beauty replied. Foodie said, yes, I need to be single forever then. Oh, don't worry, Foodie, you will be single. You have configured your life to where no guy will want you for so many reasons. The fact that you're not clean, you're a disgusting, filthy mess. You're a mess inside your head. No guy wants to hook on to all that. You got to get yourself straight first. So I guess you will be single. You're right about that. Workshop says at Foodie Beauty, I disagree. You should have one man to torment instead of several. I want to see you married, for worse or for the worse. Yeah, let her be miserable in marriage. That would make for great content. Linda says, at Foodie Beauty, you need another man to file false essay and DV charges on. Maybe another criminal you think you can manipulate. Yeah, she doesn't look for guys that are established and got their own deal. She's always looking for guys that are at a financial disadvantage, because those are people that maybe she can get the one up on and take advantage of. She's a predator. She's a predator herself. She looks for guys that are in need of something, and if she thinks she can get the upper hand, then suddenly she's interested. On that note about her claiming SA and DV, something that just came to mind. If you're someone and you've been through SA, I would find it highly, highly unusual that whoever that person is that's claiming that they've been SA'd, that they're going to get on camera multiple times half naked, showing off private parts of their body. I find that unusual. If you've been SA'd, and especially considering if you're someone, you say you have social anxiety, you have anxiety, how can you have gone through such a traumatic experience? How can you be that person, you say that I've got anxiety, be around people, and come on camera almost naked? You get on camera and you keep taking your shirt off. You walk around in just your bra and panties. I find that unusual behavior for someone who claims to have been SA'd. You know, it's things like that that make me go, the essay talk was bullshit. Was bullshit. The anxiety talk is bullshit. People with anxiety don't get on camera in their bra and panties and run around and giggle about it. No, sorry. No, not happening. Ashley Lilly says, look how quick she went back to eating nashies. Yeah, it took just a day. Don't believe anything Chantal says. She's a liar. 3R says, those Tetris glasses. Tetris glasses. Oh, that's so good. Those Tetris glasses don't make you look bougie, baby girl. We know you're hiding those strained out speed eyes. Yeah, I'm sure she's wearing the glasses to hide how, you know, high she is or how she's coming down. Let's see. Wanderlust says, I can't imagine you bringing a guy home, even if your house was clean. There's a roommate rotting upstairs. Have you ever heard of a coffee date? Why meet him in your car? That's so weird. Just go to a coffee shop or even a park. Because she doesn't know how to date. She doesn't know how to just sit down and talk to someone and get to know them and let them get to know her. She is so in a hurry to put her hooks into somebody and claim them. And I think it's because she's so insecure about herself that she doesn't want any interference, any competition. So let me just lock this guy down right away so I can say, he's mine and nobody else can approach. I got news for you, Chantal. Even if you get in a relationship with a guy, even then, even if you're boyfriend and girlfriend, there's competition everywhere. It's around the street corner. It's down the street. It's at the gas station. It's at the convenience store. It's in the grocery store. It's walking down the road. People are everywhere. You cannot put blinders on a person and make them not see anybody else. If you're with somebody and you both love each other, it won't matter where you go in the world or where they go. If they love you, they're going to keep their pants zipped up. And you won't have to worry about them cheating or doing you dirty. If you're secure in your love, you're secure. But insecurity and jealousy will drive a person away really, really quickly. It will make them fall out of love with you. If you want to secure love, you have to be secure within yourself first. You got to straighten out your head mess, your heart mess. You got to straighten it out, get it worked out. Because if you're a mess, people are going to pick up on that and say, this is too much, I'm out. Next comment. Let's see. Kathy L says, YouTube payday, get ready for your weekend binge with Koki. Glad Dee Dee is willing to share at your expense. Love that for you. Oh, you know why she's sharing? Because I'm sure she gets a kick of that money. I'm sure Nader gives her something. I'm sure if he wasn't, that she wouldn't be letting him stay there. She's getting something out of it. I can't say exactly what she's getting, but I'm sure she's getting some kind of benefit with him being there, or else she'd say, Nader, get gone. So I'm sure Nader gives, Chantal gives Nader money. He might give her a little bit of it for rent and bills, just to pacify her. She's getting something out of this deal. Let's see. Flora says, somebody put me in the ring with Chantal, please. I'll even pay the fee or whatever. You know how or why rather I learned to fight Chantal? Because I was essayed. Let's do it, Chantal. It would be fun. I'm very sorry that happened to you, Flora. I'm sending good energy and healing to you, ma'am, for your experience. I am disgusted with Chantal using that for her channel for profit. And the fact that all of her actions and words since that time, since claiming those things, that is she's pretty much proved she was a liar. But I understand why you want to fight her. I do. I can understand the aggravation. I really do. Isabella says someone would just have to push down and you could never get up, fight over. I know I'm sure that her center of gravity would be something she'd have to deal with. If she has trouble walking up a set of stairs, and if she got pushed down or knocked down, it would take her a while to get back up. And that's more than enough time for someone to keep her down on the ground and do stuff. And she would not be good in a fight. She doesn't have the stability, the stamina, the strength, nothing. Let's see. So there's this awful comment by John Bilson. I'm not going to address it. I think it's transphobic. You know, shame on you for saying that, John. What a hateful thing to say. Anyway, that's it for this React video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and have a good one. Bye-bye.